I know it seems probably unlikely with his Kansas City ties, but will Pedro Grifol make it out of this season?
Oh, wow.
And and while I know Chris Getz, and the KC Royal bloodline, the feeder, the feeder for the White Sox organization currently, you can get your Shy Royals t-shirt at aesthetics.com.
Hold on. First of all, it's Chicago
Oils,
Oils, and it's
excuse me, Chicago Oils, yeah.
and it's at aesthetics.shop. ASSTHETICS dot
You see,
shop.
that's why he's
Yeah,
here. I can't remember these things.
yeah, we actually sold a t-shirt this week. So yeah, good,
Nice.
nice work over there by you.
Yeah. Oh, did Dave buy one?
Oh yeah, it came right through after
Uh,
you sent me the text. We've had a merchandise request, and I made that graphic I made several weeks ago into a T-shirt and put it on the site. I don't know why I hadn't done that before, but yeah, it was sold in like a half hour. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's a little behind the scenes business transaction for you folks out there. But yeah, the little business we do will let you know every time, probably.
So let's level set this. That Grafol was Han's pick, part of the
Mm-hmm.
Han Kenny
Yeah.
regime. Doesn't mean Chris Getz necessarily wanted him. I also am fine with him staying on this season. See what is going to happen with this interesting compiled roster that Chris Getz has put together, and we'll talk about that a little more in question number 3. But I honestly believe that if the season goes as bad as the experts are predicting, around 60 to 65 wins, depending on who you look at, I I don't know that I shouldn't say make it out of the season. Will he make it back next season? I don't think so. I think he's done. I know no one's anticipating that, but I think that's part of the phase 2 of the fresh start initiative with the White Sox, because
Mm.
Grifol does a lot of talking, but you don't you he did a great press conference last year, which most managers give, and new GMs, they say what the fans want to hear. But the team that we saw on the field last year was nowhere near what what
What
we
he
were anticipating,
promised.
what he promised. I mean,
Yeah.
porous defense as always, and I realize he's trying to undo, a couple years of La Russa. So that's why I'm not like mad that he's back again this season. But I feel like if he doesn't produce this season, he's probably going to be out, because it's a lot of noise, it's a lot of hot air, and I don't see him being, unless they overachieve, that he's gonna be back. So I think we will see a change in managers yet again for the White Sox. You know, with a if the White Sox live up to experts' expectations of them this year. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but
Well, did you have some quotes from Pedro? Was that where we
I
were going with
do, I
this? I
do,
thought he
and
said,
this, yeah, I have. We had Grafali's last year. I don't know. I feel like these are going to
I
be.
love that.
I feel like he's going to have these gems all year, because he says shit, and you're like, what? So
Mm.
I,
A lot of
I'm
people refer to it as word salad, just putting
yeah,
a bunch
yeah,
of words together. But yeah, I like your coining of the phrase "grafales" to
yeah.
explain Pedro Grifal's whatever he does end up saying to the public every so often.
So it's funny. We're gonna bring up the word bunt again, and we were talking bunts last week and how that related
Mm.
to David Ross, and you were happy that the bunt was going to be off the table for the
Yeah,
Cubs this
Craig
year.
Counsell is not
But
does not prefer giving up outs the way that David Ross did routinely. So I
well,
enjoy that as well.
I can't say the same for Pedro Grifol, because Mancada has expressed his interest. I don't know if you had heard this, about hitting number 2 this year,
Oh yes, I did hear about this.
and Grifol responded, and this was Grifol quoting Grifol quote after Mancada had a bunt single in a game. When was the last time you saw that? He wants to hit in the 2 hole, right? There's your motivation right there. A pretty damn good 2-hole hitter if he puts his mind to it, which we're going to make sure his mind is right.
So he
What?
wants his number 2 hitter to lay down bunts.
Yes. This is
What year
not
is this?
this is not
1986?
a number 2 hitter with projected like 25 home run power, a gap hitter.
Yeah.
He has unbelievable power when he connects. I mean, a guy who
Yeah.
could easily drive in your leadoff hitter and with one swing of the bat if the leadoff hitter's on
Well,
base.
and that's the thing. Like, yes, actually, he makes perfect sense in the number 2 role. You want your best hitters, or whoever happens, or whatever Moncada we get could easily project to be one of your best hitters. You want him to slug. You don't want him to be bunting. So the example that Grifol is using is very poor, but the idea of batting him number 2 is solid. So there's a disconnect there someplace. But
yes, he's apparently going to have to give himself up and generate an easy out if
yeah,
Benintendi's on
thanks.
first. Yeah, I'm terrified. Next quote is after the Sox. This is a familiar storyline with the White Sox. They were 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position after a particular game. From my view, we have to start putting the pedal to the metal here when it comes to knowing how to win baseball games and knowing how to put baseball games away. For my eyes, we have to address this thing. What?
Okay.
I mean,
preseason game, he's worried about hitters with runners in scoring position. Yes, that's something he needs to always be concerned about. I feel like in these interviews, though, he just feels like he needs to say things. He kind of throws out platitudes and stuff, and he still sounds like a young manager trying to find his way on how to navigate media exchanges. So I don't know.
I just feel like
it's
he
funny.
never actually says anything. It's
that's the definition of word salad and maybe the definition of Grifoli.
Yeah, it's kind of like watching a Matt Eberflus post-game press conference. They never
Matt Nagy before him.
Yeah, they never really say anything.
We've talked way too much Bears over the last couple of podcasts.
Well, I mean,
no more Bears. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck the Bears.
Wordhole Media.